So let's talk the Dodgers showing Ohtani. He finally came out and spoke yesterday. Did y'all think that was just a waste of time, that press conference? I mean, to me, I thought that was a waste of time. Like, I understand the guy doesn't speak English, but did we really think that he was going to come out and just admit to all of this? And who thought that, okay, well, you got to come out, you got to make a statement, you're not going to take any questions, you got to come out and deny all of this. Hey, man, the damage is done. The damage is done. His people already came out and admitted that he paid off the debt. That already happened. And let me just ask this question. Let me just ask this question of all of you guys. And I want y'all to answer honestly. If you didn't lend anybody any money and they are being investigated, they don't even have to be investigated. Let's just say you didn't loan anybody any money. You didn't pay off your buddy's debt. Would you make a statement saying that you did? Would you tell some people, yeah, I paid his debt for him? If you didn't do that, if they were being investigated by the police and they come to you and the statement that you put out in public is, hey, yeah, I paid his debt for him. Would anybody do that at any time? And then not only that, what was it? 45 minutes later, oh, wait a minute. Now, ESPN is trying to frame it that it happened the next day. But remember, when the statement came out, it was overnight. So technically, it was the next day. But it was in the middle of the night. And then all of a sudden, it comes out, oh, hold on. He stole money from me. If my guy stole money from me and I knew it, I would have just said that. So it's unbelievable. My man, Matt Hasselbrink, I don't know if you all have seen it. Pete Rose is out there literally just drooling. Just drooling. Pete Rose has already come out. I'm going to make a video later today about it, a Stitch video. Pete Rose said he wished he had an interpreter because he would be scot-free right now. Pete Rose is 100% correct. Pete Rose just didn't have a fall guy. He just didn't have a fall guy. That's his problem. He didn't have a fall guy. Oh, my goodness. And first of all, we put in, they never proved that Pete Rose was betting on baseball as a player. They proved it as a manager, and he even admitted it as a manager, but he said, I never bet on it when I was a player. And if you don't have the proof, then why the hell isn't Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame? Can somebody explain that to me? I mean, I get as a manager, fine. You want to keep him out of baseball forever, fine. But if you don't have proof that he bet on baseball while he was actually playing, then what are we doing? So, betting on baseball, no, betting on your team to win is not fine. Because they can prove that you probably bet, for instance, bet on them to win, but how do they win? I mean, do you want them to win by 1 run? Do you want to win by 3 runs? And you can manipulate that as a manager. So no, betting on your team is never fine in any form, shape, fashion, ever, 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 ever. So it doesn't matter if he bet, his numbers were undeniable. I mean, if he didn't bet as a player, that's what he's getting put into the Hall of Fame for. He's not getting put in as a manager. It would be as a player. So my man Mr. Bill says the press conference was a joke with Ohtani. That could have been done with a press release. Why bother? Yeah, I agree. What are we doing? What's the point? What is the point? So I just think it's crazy. I think what's going on is crazy. So he did it. He did it. I'm going to say it. He did it. And y'all can come after me. You can come for me. You can come for me. B, you don't know what you're talking about. You're blind. You're crazy. Fine. He did it, people. He bet on the sports. He did it. Now, again, I'm the type of person, if you can prove that he never bet on baseball, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really don't. However, I'm also the same person that says, if you want to be part of my league and my league says you are not able to bet on sports to be part of our league, if you do it, you have to face those consequences. That's my stance, and I'm sticking to it. And I know people will say, well, isn't that both sides? No, it's not both sides. I don't believe that as long as you're not betting on the sport that you are participating in, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't. I never have, and I never will. However, if the league that I want to be in says I can't bet on these other games, then I can't bet on those other games. If I'm going to be in somebody else's league. If it's my league, then I can make the rules and I can decide. But if I don't get to make the rules, then I can't, I have to abide by the rules. So, but that's just the point. He did it. Did you see the NBA player who got caught betting his unders? Yes. Oh my God. See, and that's the problem. We didn't think that, oh, well, it won't be a problem. Yes, it is. The guy bet his unders and then only played 4 minutes in a game and didn't hit them. And it's not like they were outrageous. I can't remember his name, but it was like 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, a half of a three-pointer. He bet all the unders. He only played for 4 minutes in that game and supposedly had an eye injury. And that was it. And then he went out of the game. I'm like, come on, man. And they caught his ass immediately. I'm like, wait a second. You know? Oh my God. Like I said, I understand that gambling is an addiction. It is what it is. If people don't think that it is, I'm not here to argue that. I'm not even really here to talk about that. Thanks, Devin. We appreciate the gift, man. But my whole point behind all of this is if your league says you can't gamble, if you want to reap the rewards, which is millions and millions of dollars, then you just can't do it. Period. End of story. If you want, now you can if you don't want to be part of the league. But if you do, you just can't. And I don't want to hear about how somebody else is allowed to do it. And will Ohtani play again? Yeah, he'll play again. What, they play Thursday? He'll be in the lineup. Oh, don't get me wrong. Major League Baseball is going to cover this up. I apologize. If what me saying that he did it meant that they were going to suspend him forever, absolutely not. Major League Baseball is not going to let this cash cow get away from them. They've got their fall guy. So me saying that Ohtani 100% did it, he did, but Major League Baseball 100% will sweep it under the rug and get a fall guy. And maybe he shouldn't play again, but he's gonna. Yeah, they're not letting this go by. I'm going to tell you that right now. That ain't happening. That is not happening. Major League Baseball is not going to let this get out of control. You know how much money they are making off of Ohtani overseas? Yeah. If this wasn't him, Major League Baseball would be over it. Ohtani probably knew it too. If this is not Ohtani, if this is just the guy that's, let's say he's just a starting second baseman for the Mariners. He ain't playing baseball ever again. Let's just say he's an average guy. He ain't playing again. And so that part we know. And here's the thing. They only found out about this because they were investigating the bookie. Like they were investigating the bookie and then found where Ohtani had paid this guy directly. And then he comes out, well, he was stealing money from me and I had trusted him. So you trusted him with all your money? And you never looked at a statement? You never looked at a transaction? Huh. Okay. And I mean, you're that rich that you just give somebody, your interpreter, access to your money. And a guy, I get it, he was close to him. But like I said, I don't have millions of dollars. But if I did, and my brother was still alive, God rest his soul, my brother wouldn't have access to my money. Why would I give it to my interpreter? I don't know. Somebody even tried to make an excuse for that, saying that, oh, well, $5 million was no big deal. He was making $50 million of endorsements. I'm like, so just because you're rich, you don't pay attention to your money? Is that what it is? Hey, I got all the money that I need, so whatever. I don't pay attention. I'd like to think that people that do have money pay attention even more to their money and probably watch it every day to see whether it's growing or not. But that's just me. So, and my man, Matt Hasselbrain, you're right. Nothing's going to happen to Ohtani. Nothing at all. He's going to get he already got a new interpreter. That guy that they threw out there yesterday, whoever the hell he was. They threw him out there yesterday. Oh, my God. My man, Mr. Bill Kernan, said he spoke to a friend in marketing, and he said that the interpreter can take the fall and stay in Japan, and the Japanese government is not going to allow extradition on it, so everybody walks away. I mean, I mean, if America wants to put that guy in jail, Japan will put that guy in jail. I mean, Japan will follow lead. They will make that guy go to jail. Now, Ohtani's not going to go to jail. But if America wants to put that guy in jail, Japan will 100% put that guy in jail, either there or ship him to America. That'll happen. But again, I think it's going to happen because the fact of the matter is Major League Baseball needs it to happen, and that guy's going to end up rich anyway for taking the fall. So, he's taking the fall. Of course, he's going to end up with a bag. A big one. A big one. So that's my 2 cents on Ohtani. I'm going to say this so everybody can hear. I 100% believe that Ohtani gambled. I think he did it. I think his interpreter was the middleman. And then when shit hit the fan, all of a sudden they needed a fall guy because they knew their story of him paying off his buddy's gambling debt wasn't going to hold water. So then they had to flip it and say, oh, yeah, we can't say we paid it for him. We got to say that he stole it. And now the guy's singing like a songbird. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So somebody said, my man Shelby said he sees a movie coming in the future. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, that's what happened. Here's the thing that I do want to see more. I want to see more Pete Rose videos. I want to see more Pete. If you all haven't seen the video of Pete Rose, look out, because I'm going to make a stitch of it later. It is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. So Pete Rose is doing his thing. I need more Pete Rose videos. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. You knew he was going to say something. You knew it. Oh, my goodness. My man, Pete.